And to give us a preview, it's our entertainment guru, the one and only Rocco Pasafume.
Thank you very much, Howie. As you well know, the American Music Awards are coming up at 8 o'clock on ABC 7. And the reason why I talk about the American Music Awards is because I think it is, after all, it was the baby of Dick Clark, who did American Bandstand, and he was instrumental in bringing pop music to millions of homes all over the country and really nationalizing pop music. So as far as what I like to talk about this evening is just about what has happened to pop music in the past year or so. First thing I would talk about is the emergence of a new rapper from Australia, this white girl. Her name is Iggy Azalea. She scored a couple big hits this year. She scored the Song of the Summer with the single Fancy, became a #1 hit across the country, and she just scored another big single, top 5 single called Black Widow. And, we've seen a lot of, the past 10 years, we've seen a lot of white rappers emerge. We now have Eminem really got the ball rolling on that, and then now we have, we had Macklemore in the past year, and now we're seeing white rappers really becoming less and less of an oddity and more commonplace. Especially now that hip hop is becoming, it's not become as the big genre that it had been in the mainstream. It's becoming, it's still big. There's still an audience that likes hip hop, but in terms of that, you see a lot of white people that have kind of come across with, picking up the mantle and really picking up the mic and doing that. The other thing I'd like to talk about with pop music in the past year is the fact that so many young women have taken over and really made, music so huge. The past Christmas, Beyonce put out an album, self-titled album, total surprise to everybody. And the record became instantly became the biggest selling album of 2013, and still the biggest. I think it's the second biggest selling album of this year. And we now have Taylor Swift. She just came out with a new album. She came out with a new album called 1989. She has 2 singles that are #1. Currently this week she has a new #1 single called Blank Space. And Taylor Swift has managed to do what very few people have been able to do in the past year with pop music, is get a platinum album. We have, usually now, it's like 10 years ago, albums used to sell like 5 million on average. Now they only sell like 250,000 on average. She managed to sell over 1 million albums in just a week alone, and she managed to beat out every single pop
All right,
artist.
Taylor Swift.
Yes. So, enjoy. I love pop music. Let's, enjoy American Music Awards. And back to Howie. Thank you very much.
All right. Great job, Rocco! All right, and to close the show, what a great holiday song, Bring 'Em Home with Alfred Mendez.